Anyway, just an eye after squeezing through the gap in the wall by the gates of Aughaderry, I heard a queer hollow sound, like as if a big heavy carriage was moving over the grass. For 'twas so long since the gates were opened that the drive was overgrown with grass, so it was. Wish, what can that be at all, says I to myself. And I listened to the rumbling and creaking coming nearer and nearer under the big trees. It can't be a carriage, and even if it is, it'll have to go back, as the gates are locked. The loud, heavy noise came nearer and nearer. It wasn't long till the moon came sailing out from the black clouds, and I couldn't believe my two eyes when a big, high, black coach with two ghostly lamps shining at each side of it came down the avenue, and 4 coal black horses underneath it, and a man sitting up in the high seat, and he all in black, and he driving. Slowly, slowly it came along. Not a sound of a voice, not a word could I hear of him, sure. And down to the very gates it came. And before my own two very eyes, didn't it pass right through the 2 locked gates and out with it onto the mountain road? And didn't the moonlight fall on it at that very moment? And God bless the mark, the 4 black horses had no heads, and neither had the coachman, as sure as I'm telling you my story. The cold sweat burst out all over me, and I drew the sign of the cross on my forehead. Glory be to God, says I. I often heard of the Headless coach, but now I'm after seeing it. Up the rocky road it went, and it wobbling from side to side. 'Tis surely to the graveyard of Kilnacarrageen 'tis going, says I to myself. And a terrible weakness came over me, so it did. And I was hard set to drag my legs after me down to Dan Regan's little cottage. And just then didn't I hear a step on the little path under the big trees, and who should be there, only Mairead herself, the crater. And overjoyed she was to see me. I'm just after coming down from the big house with the poor master is awful sick. Myself and Bid Roach are nursing him, one by day and one by night. He's a bit better this evening, if it isn't the change before death that's on him, God help us. And then I told her my story about the terrible thing I was after seeing, and she let a screech of fright out of her, and she listened. Poor Master Maurice is surely on the point of death, says she. The coach is always seen before the death of an O'Connell of Aughaderry.